I turned the camera on our lime spreader and little cat up there. The reason I did that is I don't want the camera in my face all the time. You don't see very many videos of me with it looking at me. But I thought it just came to me right now. I just wanted to share real quick. I was listening to some of my older videos reading scripture, and you'll hear it if you happen to go to it. This Sadeh, this journey, this path we're on, those of us in the in Halal'YAHUAH, the way, Yahuwah's way. When you start learning, you will do more mistakes trying to pronounce things right than you wouldn't have done in the first place. You do a lot more wrong than you realize, and you don't mean to, and you're doing it out of ignorance, like pronouncing certain words they give to you to go by. And so when you leave Christianity and you start to the path of learning the true name of our Creator, you could go through 2, possibly more names until you find His true name. And when you learn the, I don't even know if I pronounced this right, okay? The Audiot is how I know how to say it. Because I just recently learned that there's certain vowels that ain't in the Abri Safa language. And there ain't certain letters, of course, the letters you kind of learn afterwards. So in earlier videos, you'll hear me when I read scripture, I'll say things that I wouldn't say now. And I've often contemplated about going back and taking those videos off because I mispronounce names. I say the wrong thing. I say words I shouldn't. But back then it was part of my Zadeh, part of my journey. And it's a learning process. So I battle with that, you know, because I don't want to mislead nobody by any means whatsoever. And I've palawed with Yahuwah about it, and I've asked him, you know, should I take those off? But I don't. Hang on. Sorry about that. I had one of my ignorant cats bring up something dead when I was trying to do this. I'm telling y'all, the evil one battles against you left and right. Left and right. Yesterday was our Shabbat, or Shabbat. See, I'm still trying to pronounce things right. And we had some hoo-ha come up here in our own farm. Some mess, you know, we had to deal with for about 20 minutes. Nothing that we had any entitlement to. Nothing to do with. Nothing. You know, and the day before, which was our Shabbat, I had to deal with things left and right with my family back home, you know, and it's like on the days of Yahuwah, the Kadash days of Yahuwah, the evil one really tries to come up against you, and he tries to cause things in your family. Like he'll try to cause a reaction between me and my husband and my young, and you know, and it doesn't really happen a lot that it gets my goat on the Shabbat. But it can. It can. But I was getting back to saying in the older videos, I look back now and it bothers me that I called Yahuwah, instead of Elohim, I called him the El. But they have that in the scriptures, and when you're learning the scriptures, you're in, like with the Halal'YAHUAH scriptures, you know, they're not perfect either, and they'll admit it. You know, they're not perfect. They're trying, but they take the pagan names out and they restore the true names of scripture. The names like Matthew is Matithyahu or Matithyahu. I'm still learning the certain vowels ain't in there. You know, but they put Yahuwah's name back in. They put Yahusha's name back in. They kind of give you a choice if you want to call YAHUWAH or YAHUWAH YHWEH, which if you sound that out, way is at the end of it. And we used to call him that because we were ignorant to it. We didn't know no better. That's not his name. That's the English pronunciation of his name. And y'all, in Avri, the Audiot, it tells you how to, you know, you study it and you learn how to pronounce his name. His name was not pronounced in English. You don't sound it out like you do in English. You sound it out as in the audio. You learn it. And it's a process. It's a long process. And it's a process I don't think we'll ever learn until we get there with Yahuwah in his Malhut, his kingdom. So I just wanted to say, if any of y'all watch my older videos with the scripture, and mostly it's just scripture being read by me, showing beautiful scenery of our farm or my mountains, or, you know, things that I have recorded and then put beautiful a sound to it in the back, the songs or something. I don't say the word M-U-S-I-C anymore, because if you look up M-U-S-I-C and you do a complete study on the origin of that word, you will see that it is originated to a deity. It takes part of a deity. And so that's one word that is extremely, enormously popular in the whole world. And people say it all the time, not knowing, and then when you try to tell them, you know, try to share with them rather, they don't want to hear it, and they don't care. They think you're crazy, you're a goofball, you know, you're this and that. I don't care what the world thinks of me. I don't. I really don't. But I need to say that I am sorry for mispronouncing those in the past. And the thing is that when you start this journey, you go through so many different things, so many different words, so many different teachings. But yeah, I know that that's going to be a learning process, and maybe if someone watches those and listens to them and they're in that same part of the Zadi, the journey, they'll relate to it. You know, they'll think, they'll feel, you know, they're in the right place, because we felt we were in the right place, but we just didn't realize that Yahuwah was just slowly leading us on. And when I want to say leading us on, I mean he was slowly taking our hand and walking slowly with us. He wasn't rushing us. He was letting us make the mistakes, because he know you learn from your mistakes and you grow stronger and you dig deeper into the Amet, the truth, his truth. And so I leave those videos up because I feel someone will come along that was in the same level, so to speak, as I was there. And then they'll listen to a newer video and they'll hear me say a different word instead, or a different name instead, and they'll say, you know, question that. But that's part of the learning journey. You learn not to call Yahuwah or E-L and sound that out with the eh sound. You know, like I said, the evil one, he just takes everything and just makes a gom. He goms it up on purpose and tricks us. But that's the thing. You have to study hard to learn. You have to study hard to show yourself approved. It is in scripture. You know, Yahuwah says that his people are destroyed for a lack of da'oth, knowledge. And it's true, because nobody, when I say nobody, I mean the world, they don't want to study. They don't want to know. They want to take a preacher's word for it. And the preacher should know better. Y'all, the preacher should know better. You know, I'm not going to get on a rant about a preacher, but I could care less about them. And y'all like that or not, you know, I'm not going to apologize. They should know better, you know. I'll let that go. I'm just going to say that they supposedly, quotation marks, study. They study what man gives them to study. Let's just put it that way. Do this for me. Do this for me. Christianity. This will get a lot of people's goat, but I share this because it's true. Look up the origin of Christianity. Look up the origin of Christianity. Christianity was born out of Catholicism. Catholic Catholicism. Christianity was born out of Catholicism, so Christianity is the daughter of Catholicism, and Catholicism is, I'm trying to think of the word to call it without even saying that word. It's devilish, okay? I was going to call it the S-A-T-A-N, ick, you know, word. And that's what it is. It's devilish. It's demonic. It's shadim, demons. It's misleading on purpose. So, but look up the origin of Christianity and see where it comes from. Just because you serve and what you think, who you serve, you feel that's right, but you've got to know the origin. You can't change the origin of anything. If you're doing something that is your origin of something, then that's what you're doing. That's who you're worshiping. That's what you're partaking of. Whether you like it or not, where the truth comes from, you can't change the truth. You can say you celebrate it differently, but in all honesty, when it comes down to it, you're celebrating it along with the origin of it. So that's important. These wicked holidays, like the one that just passed, EASTER, has nothing to do with Yahuwah. The M Day, the Mama's Day that just passed, has nothing to do with Yahuwah. Yahuwah says to honor your Abba and your Amma, which is your daddy and your mama, you know, every Yom, every day. Not a specific day, every day. You know, that's his command. The world is honor him one day a week. You know, show him how much you care for him. Go buy him something. Take him out to eat. Feed him unclean food. You know, all this and that. It's like every single worldly holiday, and the one coming up now, the Memorial Day. Okay, who are you remembering? Who are we supposed to remember? We're supposed to, if we do any remembrance and any honor, kabod at all, it is to our Creator, Yahuwah. That's who we're supposed to remember. That's who we're supposed to kabod, show esteem, show ahava, love, show endearment. You know, and it's not just one day a year. We do that with Him. We do that with Him every single Yom. Now, He has His own special moed, moedim. Moed is singular, moedim is plural. Because He is Yahuwah. He has every right. You know, where do you think the holidays come from? See, the evil one, he has several names. He has one in particular. But he mimics every single thing that Yahuwah does. Every single thing he mimics in a wicked and evil way. So all your worldly holidays, he based them off of Yahuwah's Kadosh days. But he put an evil twist to it. You know, and it's the truth, whether you like it or not. Whether whether you quit following my channel, that's up to you. I'm not here to tickle your ears and to play with your feet and to make your emotions put a smile on your face every day. I like to know that I can help somebody in the truth, or living off the land, or showing you how to make things. That's great. That's fine. But the truth is what matters. Your emotion does not matter. Your opinion does not matter. Scripture is what matters, and that is fact. You know, that is the Amet. That is the ultimate Amet truth. And I'm not trying to sound hateful. I know I come off hateful. I come off extremely passionate is what it is. I'm trying to explain myself here. I'm an extremely passionate person about Yahuwah. I was extremely passionate in Christianity. You know, it's all about JC this, JC that. Well, when you learn who JC is, you know, you realize he's a shade, a demon, and, you know, he is the equivalent of the evil one's son. Then you start honestly seeing things in a total different way. Now, I come on here just to apologize and say, hey, you know, when you're on this Zadi, you say words you shouldn't have said before, but you learn not to say them no more. So that's what this was all about, but it went to this. It went to this. All right, I don't know. Maybe someone needed to hear it. Maybe a lot of people need to hear it, but it ain't my opinion. It's you know, there is so much scripture to back it up. So much, y'all. You got to dig for yourself. And I know that there's some of y'all that like me, and I really like y'all too. And I probably stepped on your goat, you know. And I'm not here to make enemies, but I'm not here to unite the world either. What did Yahusha do? Yahusha did not come to join the world, but to divide it. Okay, that's scripture. And we are to be an example of Yahusha. I mess up all the time. All the time. And I constantly am asking for forgiveness. Constantly. But we are to share the truth, okay? The Amet, the truth. So if I can reach somebody with the truth and get them out of what they think is right, I'm working for Yahuwah. I'm trying to be his servant here, because I ahava some of y'all that I know very much, you know, and I'm just extremely passionate about trying to help others, because I needed that help, and there was nobody there to help me. There was nobody there to give me the truth. There was nobody there to tell me that what I was taught my whole days was wrong. I didn't have nobody. But Yahuwah knew. Yahuwah knew, and he moved me. And that journey started. That Zadi started. And it's just getting deeper into his own lev. Or lav. Yeah, I'm trying to, is it lev, lav, luv? I'm still learning. It's the H-E-A-R-T. Why don't I say H-E-A-R-T? Well, you know, origins, okay? I say it. I do say it. I slip up and say it. You know, I'm learning words that I shouldn't say, so I try to go back and, oh, it's a learning process. You'll never stop learning. But we're here for each other that need to learn, right? We're here for each other. Okay, I got my garden fenced down. I'm fixing to mow and then reposition it, and it's getting hot. And then I need to, I don't like to call it weed eating. I got the grass eat, so. Anyway, I do allow that someone needed this. I'm not mean, y'all. I'm not a mean person, okay? I hate the evil one, and I hate all his ways. And this holiday coming up, I discussed it. You know, I do. I don't take no part in their sales, no part in this. I stay home as much as possible. I only go to town when I have to. And that ain't very often. And when I have to, I'm fighting myself to go, you know. And these holidays, these worldly holidays disgust me to the pit of my stomach. And you know, they do Yahuwah. And what affects Yahuwah is supposed to affect his Yaladim. We are supposed to feel the same way. So think on that. All right, my Mishpachah from Yahuwah and my friends that have listened this far, I really do palal that it's touched somebody, and it gives you a better understanding and a deeper need to dig out the truth for yourself. And y'all, I'm telling you, the removed books, what people call the missing books, they're not missing. They were removed for a purpose. I'm going to do a video on that one day, because y'all, there's some of y'all really curious that really want to know what I'm talking about. The Catholic word is apocrypha. Okay, that's a Catholic word. Matmonim is what the Aubrey word is. So the Matmonim, if you look up Matmonim, you might not find much at all. But if you look up Apocrypha, there'll be all kinds of things pop up. Because, you know, with English, they just pollute everything. So anyway, I will do a video on that one day. But I'm sorry about my roosters constantly crowing. I know it's aggravating as the day is long, but that's what they do. That's what they do. So anyway, yeah, let's get to work. Let's get to work, y'all. It's a beautiful day that Yahuwah has made. I'm not a fan of sunny days, especially without clouds, but this is what I have been given, so I have to be content in it. I am learning that every day. We need Geshem, we need rain so bad, but again, my garden is growing. Some flowers I have never watered are just spitting out of the ground like crazy. Yahuwah's got us. All right. You know, if the evil comes up against you today and you're serving Yahuwah, you know he's got you. Okay. All right. Shalom from Hill'Top Hollar, y'all. Have a fine, fine day. Go grow something. But most important, go read your scriptures. Halal'YAHUAH.